we're supposed to be going out cycling. Every week they got a problem. I can't do it. I got a flat tire. My car bunkles are hurting me. I was stuck in traffic all week. Whatever. You know how these people are. It's exciting right here, right now. Ed Tyll Show.
Hello, thank you for calling Can Talk. We're not available. Please leave a message and have a great day.
The bottom line of the business, and then what happens to the dividend, it will be a reflection of how that growth looks, where we're stepping off from, which is at a very high rate, and of course what the CCAR process has to say.
And now we're sort of pretty comfortable with the CCAR process, I guess,
so.
At this point, a couple of years in now at that point. All right, let's talk about net interest margin, obviously a big topic of discussion every quarter around your earnings. We've got rock bottom interest rates, and that has made it very difficult for banks to make money on this particular part of business. When would you expect interest rates to start moving?
Well, the consensus seems to be at some point in the middle to the second half of next year, based on what the Fed sees in terms of growth, inflation, and employment data. To me, I would probably err on the slightly longer term, meaning later next year, rather than earlier next year. I think they really want to be sure that they get it right, and I think they're going to wait a little bit longer in order to do that.
So how do you offset an environment where rates stay at this level for some time to come?
Well, we've been in this environment.
She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, and she don't care. She said that living with me was bringing her down.
I've said it 100 times. If you're a drummer, this is when the offbeat got in there. If you learned offbeats and all these great rock and roll drum beats, it all changed on this song. And if you're a drummer, you hear it in there. This guy's got amazing touch and timing. Talk about Ringo's not the best drummer. What a douchebag. You have to be an absolute idiot to say that. That means you don't know about Gene Krupa and Ginger Baker, or you don't know about any of that. John Bonham. But this is it. This is the drum beat right here, man, that made it all happen. Right here. Listen to that. Do you hear that backbeat? Do you hear that extra back hit? That's the offbeat right there. That's Ringo way ahead. I'm telling you, every drummer alive whose name you ever heard would know the instant they hear that. Instantly. Give me any crap about his drumming. I've been listening to that. That's one of the great myths of the world, that Ringo was not one of the best drummers. Ringo is, well, you know, he's old. What the hell do you want from him now? He shouldn't even have to tour. He should really just show up and let people look at him. But he's a musician, you know, he's not a star. Deep down, Ringo had that great 1960s humility about what happened to him. He never thought he deserved it or expected it in any way. So this is, if people go, you play certain songs, yes, because they do certain things. This is a snapshot in rock and roll history. This song right here, because of that beat, and I love the sound. The whole song is awesome, but that beat, here, check it out. Let me get this. You got it? Yeah. Watch this. Just listen to the drums. Talk to me about music.
I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's the day. The girl that's driving me mad is going away. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, and she don't care.
Ed Tyll.
She said that living with me.
All right, so if you can't hear that, you're deaf. That is awesome. And, you know, just like the Beatles, the nuances of being excellent are taken for granted by many who hear it. Once you start to listen for all the things that make the song different, it's amazing what they put in there. So it wasn't an accident that they were as big as they were and are. Beatles are still huge.
Sure think twice, sure to do right by me before she gets to saying goodbye. Sure think twice, sure to do right by me. I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's the day. Yeah. The girl that's driving me mad is going away. Yeah. Ah, she's got a ticket to ride.
They are back on the ship. We're told they did not require medical attention. We are told that they are traumatized. The Navy at this point not identifying them and not obviously permitting any additional military personnel to go on shore leave in Istanbul, at least not for today. Pamela?
Yeah, you can just imagine how shaken up they are after that. Thank you so much, Barbara Starr. Keep us posted on any developments. And we'll be right back.
It's horrible that they had rocks thrown at them, but, you know, go easy on traumatized. These are warriors. They're U.S. sailors. They're not Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts here. So take it easy. Traumatized they must be. These guys are lucky they didn't draw weapons and shoot them down like dogs right on the streets where it happened in Istanbul. She said, right? Budapest, Istanbul. I love all that foreign intrigue. So that's it now. You mess with 3 U.S. sailors. Tomorrow, when the news story dies down, you get dragged in an alleyway and they break your skull up against the side of a brick building and, you know, hardly gets any coverage.
Some folks like to get away.
At Tyll Show, Starcom Radio Network, WSBX is a big, big success because it's got its first donor. In less than 1 week, it figures that a good Australian guy...
I'm taking a Greyhound on the Hudson.
Terrific fan of the network, really. I'm lucky to know this guy. Only through the network did I meet him. He's from Down Under. Paul Coley-Van is a brilliant songwriter and a great musician, but he's also a badass. He's a very... I know his whole background now. We had him on the show. He's one of these guys who marches to his own drummer, if you know what I'm talking about. Just that whole thing I was doing with Ringo, he would get that right away. That would be something he would right away say, you know something? Good for you sticking up for Ringo. And all these assholes don't know anything about drums. They don't know anything about music. And they stand there going, well, you know, Ringo wasn't exactly the best drummer. Ringo was the best drummer available at the time, and he became a leader in drumming. He just made it look easy and casual, and then he took all those roles in the movies. In every Beatles movie, Ringo is an idiot. So that detracted from when people would see him on stage. It was a mixed message. He was an amazing, skilled artist, but he played like Harpo Marx, you know, like an idiot. And it's tough. It's tough on a guy. But, you know, the thing about Ringo is, Paul, I probably agree with this also, there's a very delicate balance in being a performer with your ego. You've got to be able to use your ego to write songs and to connect with the audience. You've got to manage your ego, or you could be driven insane with how frustrating things. Ringo seemed to have used his persona as a way of balancing off his circumstances. I think it's brilliant. I do. So don't ever mess with me when it comes to Ringo or with Paul Colivan, because Paul's another one. He's marches to his own drummer. He's an individual, right? He's not part of a genre. He doesn't hang out with the other performers. He doesn't want to go backstage and talk about, you know, how cool it is to be each other. That's what, you know, Katy Perry does. But you're going to get at, I think that's what broke up Katy Perry and Russell Brand. She would actually like to be, oh, is that going to be the solution? I hope it is. She likes to be a cupcake. She likes to be an item of conversation. A guy like Paul Colivan, Ringo Starr, people like this, they have no use for that. That is such a vapid waste of time, even though it becomes the life's focus for other people.
It was so easy.
So we associate ourselves with people like Paul, but we're kind of humbled today that he would reach out around the world and make the first contribution to WSBX. So I really owe it to Starcom and to the connection that those two had, and then to Paul himself, who on the air, first we missed his interview. There was a time something went wrong on our side. Then he was patient and had us back. We visited with him, and it was magic. It was totally magic. We have his music. We have his interview on recorded. It's a great.
On an ocean side, I don't have any reasons, left them all behind. I'm in a New York City. I'm just taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line.
Oh, that was nice. Very good move.
I'm in a New York. State of
decide to be something, you can be it.
Ed Tyll!
It's the Ed Tyll Show.
Ed Tyll Show.
Ed Tyll Show.
Understand why I may not continue to try. Don't step on my dancing shoes, they'll walk right away. Don't cloud my skyline, don't rain on my parade. Don't push my buttons, they'll throw you away. You just don't get continue to try. Don't step on my dancing shoes, they'll walk right away. Don't cloud my skyline, don't rain on my parade. Don't push my buttons, they'll throw you away. You just don't get it, hell, all you can say.
Back and tired, restless. One day he up and left. Died of typhoid fever in the gold fields in the west.
The Ed Tyll Show. He's Ed Tyll.
Grew up working class in a place they call the Bronx. Learned on the corner about the school of hard knocks. Found out his rap could be his salvation. Well, now he's talking all across the nation. It's the Ed Tyll Show. It's the Ed Tyll Show. Come on, everybody. It's Ed Tyll. Now that you tuned him in, you know what I mean. People call him up, discussing every scene. Love him or hate him. Back and tired, restless. One day he up and left. Died of typhoid fever in the gold fields in the west. Someone built a statue on the spot, up and down. Nothing much has happened since the Kellys came to town. Nothing much has happened since the Kellys came to town. It's like a burst of thunder, the road in from the bush. Vandalized the telegraph and shot or two. And then that mongrel cunt out, snuck out and raised a stink.
The Ed Tyll Show.
There was horse racing and there was dancing, and grog for all to drink. The show who used to entertain down in the eucalypts is married now and weighs in at 12 stone and a slip. And all those August headlines have turned to musty brown. And nothing much has happened since the Kellys came to town. And nothing much has happened since the Kellys came to town.
Ed Tyll.
Just like a burst of thunder, the red end from the tours. They robbed the National Bank to a loud round of applause. And then that flaming Johnson, he set the pub on fire. We had ourselves the biggest party in the history of the Shire. Just like a burst of thunder, the road end from the camp. delighted all the tramps. And then that bloody blue coat, he shot Kelly in the leg. We had ourselves a taste of the lies we might have led. We had ourselves a taste of the lies we might have led.
Now that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of guy who has a big...
Talking about this, you know, very few lawyers actually get to stand in front of a grand jury and can tell you what goes on in the room because usually it's a secret proceeding. Even defense attorneys don't get to see it. And what I've seen in many years as a prosecutor in Manhattan and in Brooklyn, that very rarely do cops get indicted. Maybe one or two probably over the last 20 years. The jurors give them the benefit of the doubt more often than not. So if there's an indictment in this case, it'll be a very rare event.
McIntyre got restless. One day he up and left.
You know, the video for this is, you can watch it on YouTube for free. It's, I love that little shack.
Someone built a statue on the spot.
I'll tell you one thing you'll notice in the video, he's got great dental work. This guy has got a good diet, and I think he's got good dental hygiene to take that close-up like that. Oh, she's got beautiful eyes. So this is it's a whole thing that'll happen to you when you see this. Totally not just the song. Born and bred, the Kellys, Paul Colivan, and Janet Blancel.
Vandalized the telegraph and shot the Lord too. And then that mongrel cunt out snuck out and raised a stink. There was horse racing and there was dancing.
Hot. I guess that's his wife.
Tell
you what, though, hey, nothing lasts forever.
Used to entertain down in the eucalypts. He's married now and weighs in 12 stone and a slip.
Oh, is that right? Oh, so excuse my posture.
And all those August headlines have turned to musty brown. And nothing much has happened since the Kellys came to town. And nothing much has happened since the Kellys.
Last night we were sitting around listening to Johnny Cash doing 9 Inch Nails. It was amazing. This is so much like real country. This is real country music.
They robbed the National Bank to a lab round of the pause.
Looks like my friend Bo.
And then that flaming Johnson, he set the pub on fire. We had ourselves the biggest party in the history of the Shire. Just like a burst of thunder, the road end from.
This is Paul Colivan. This is the guy who stepped up to be the first supporter of WSBX. You know, it's crazy. The way the world is, and you tell me there's no global society, right? It's totally a global society. This guy's from another world, yet he's reached across.
We had ourselves a taste.
She is hot. Who is she? I forgot. Is that his wife? Whoa. Whoa.
We had ourselves a taste of the lies we might live.
What else can you play by him? You got something else of his we can play? I'm in the mood for, if you got more. What do you got? Let's go back one. Go back one page. See what else is on there. There you go. So we did have this on before. All right, so let's hear some of this again. It's the White Lies, right? The White Lies music video. It's Paul Colivan and Tyll Show. Paul stepped up in our campaign for WSBX, and we've been a complete douchebag because we haven't paid enough attention to him. He's paying attention to us. We're going to pay a lot more attention to him because we're douchebags that learn.
Those little fake laughs, they just don't.
Yeah, she's hot. That's Janet, right?
You just don't get it, hell. Maybe you do, but I don't understand why you're not stupid nor am I.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's a great lyric.
Why.
Paul Colivan. The group is Born and Bred.
Don't step on my dancing shoes, they'll walk right away.
I love dancing. Do you know that no women my age will go out? Jeff Goldblum married somebody younger yesterday, his third wife. And, you know, no one my age will go dancing with me. Every single woman I know in my age bracket, even reaching down 10 years, they don't want to dance. They don't want to get on the dance floor and make it happen. And I'm like, here's a woman who knows what's up.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I may not continue to try.
A terrible shot. This angle is terrible. Do that, much better. See what happens? One little touch is all it needs.
Don't step on my dancing shoes, they'll walk right away. Don't cloud my skyline, don't rain on my parade. Don't push my buttons, they'll throw you away. You just don't get it.
Wow. I'll buy that.
I don't understand why you're not stupid nor am I. Yeah, I don't understand why I may not continue to try. Those little white lies are making me blue.
They call it Australian red dirt. I like that sound. It's unique. This is, let's see what they got on Reverb Nation. I'm sure they got stuff there. Oh, whoa, they got us. Okay. All right, their visit on the show. Let's see what this one is. As fast as you can. Born and Bred, Australian red dirt.
Maybe someday I'll be strong.
Paul Colivan. Go to Reverb Nation / ReverbNation.com. Do you have to say .com at this age? Day and age? At my age? Yeah, ReverbNation.com / BORNBRED. Get it? Born N Bred. Reminds me of Roy Orbison, man. This guy's got great influences, doesn't he?
Maybe I'll start tonight and do things right. You control me oh so poorly.
Whoa, watch it. You hit the wrong button, Freddie. All right, you got to get some news in here. All right, more of Paul Colivan throughout the day. He's an awesome artist. He's also stepped up for WSBX in Satellite Beach, and that's major with us. So that's a big first. Good job, everybody behind the scenes helping make that happen, too. I appreciate all the support we get behind the scenes. All right, we're going to check weather. We're going to get some Wall Street. We're going to get you caught up on what's going on today. And all day you'll hear music from Born and Bred, Australian, Red Dirt. It's a great sound that they have, and they're also really cool. They're also, I guess there's a loyalty factor here. It really takes you back. Americans can be very quirky on this, and when somebody is really taking notice and paying attention to what's going on, you're like, whoa, okay, it's a refreshing difference.
All their interest would lie, as Abby said, in getting things done. But each individual senator, each individual...
Wall Street and weather straight ahead, the Ed Tyll Show, Starcom Radio Network.
That usually involves playing to the base, so I don't see a lot of hope for anything really happening over the next 2 years.
Well, everybody.
So there you go. Hopeless again. Hope. I see no hope. So what do you want me to do for you? If you can't get your own hope going, what do you want me to do? You want me to give you hope? How many times have you been down that road? Well, somebody else is going to give me the hope. Come on, man. You know what that is. When you get right down to it, you know what that is. I'll tell you what that is.
People laughing and giggling.
Correct. That's what it is. Don't give me that. Do what you got to do. What's your job?
I don't try to entertain.
Correct. You just inform and give them the truth and see if you can solve any of the problems going on. Do you know about problems?
They're running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do.
Now you say, well, maybe somebody does know what to do. Maybe there is a way. Local radio, non-corporate, non-international, corporation trading on the stock market. That's not what local radio does. Local radio doesn't belong on the stock market. It belongs at the supermarket, dude. There it is. There's our slogan. Radio should not be the stock market. Radio should be all about the supermarket of the town where the antenna is. There should be an antenna. It should be a local antenna.
Come on, you know he's driving you crazy. Shut up, so pick up the freaking phone. It's the Ed Tyll Show.
Come on, everybody, it's Tyll. Come on, everybody, it's Tyll. You may not like what he has to say, but he's gonna say it anyway. He said Tyll. Come on, everybody, it's Tyll. Come on, everybody, it's Tyll. He's the baddest cat around. Got that sharpest tongue in this whole damn town. It's Tyll. All the news and storylines to all the main events. He's a voice in the wilderness that doesn't make any sense. He's Ed Tyll. Just a voice on the radio, sending out the truth to those who don't know. If you can't see your world out there, you better watch out. Ed Tyll will strip you
Occasional webisodes revolving around what I was doing when I said yes to sign up for the Ironman, to completing and arriving in Kona and doing that. So my partners at Chocolate Milk made sure that I was always fueled.
Who doesn't like chocolate milk?
That's right.
Everybody does. And so the next question very quickly, so what's next for you? I mean, you've done all this. Are you going to do Workathon next? I mean, what's going on? What can you
That's
do?
crazy, Al.
It is.
That's look, I'm always ready for the next challenge. I love learning. I love exploring. I'm sure there's going to be something very, very soon.
That's right. Hey, maybe come be one of our weathercasters.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, on the Weather Channel.
Yeah, I like it.
At Apollo Ano. Always so good to see you.
Thank you, Al.
Thanks so much, my friend.
You.
Always great. Congratulations. Check out Apollo Ono and the Ironman World Championship this Saturday, 1:30 Eastern, right here on NBC.
This is coming, but it seems like all of a sudden we arrived and no one's ready.
I do think it's good PR for Spotify. This has been maybe temporarily bad for them because people like me can't listen to Taylor Swift on Spotify today, but it's creating more interest and attention about the service. I mean, NBC's Today Show, one of the biggest morning shows in the country,